Hi, welcome here at Sharing Time at Life of a Happy CEO. Um, I want to do a bit different today. I feel like still can't really speak English. I want to do both a bit of sharing, but also a bit of more like an inquiry, because I feel like there are some things that are surfacing for me right now, but I can't really grasp them yet. And it feels important, so I'd like to, I don't know, it's not really a searching, but give them the space to come up. And it happens when I share, when I journal, these kind of things. So I thought, let's do it here and make it part of Life of a Hippie CEO. I've been away so much lately. I haven't written my income reports yet for the past 3 months. And I feel like I'm creating too much of a gap. I really want to be able to give this transparent journey of everything, of what it was like for me. And that doesn't work if I'm not sharing so much here. So let's do it. I don't know why I'm laughing about that. Okay, so let's first set the scene for you. I broke up my relationship a week and a half ago. It's very weird. It's not a normal breakup. It's kind of like we ended the ego part of our relationship, and I decided to end my relationship addiction. We're still very much in love. Sometimes it feels a bit, because I'm also still living here, which I decided because I felt that I just wanted to be with me and connect to myself and use this time as a place of more self-love and self-connection. And I figured I can best do that when I'm home in my room and surrounded by the things that I love. And being too much with other people now, it drags me away from myself too, because they all have opinions, they all have their own energy. I'm going to subconsciously or involuntarily still make sort of gestures towards their sides, and it's less me. So I have to be alone a lot, and that's just, I can best do that right now here in my home. I wish I had all the money in the world to just rent out a nice Airbnb in somewhere near where my friends live, but will happen soon, okay? Let's do that. I love that. So that's happening. It's weird. It's sometimes really beautiful. Sometimes it opens up all the love in my heart. I feel excited and so good, and sometimes I have this trust that I didn't break up because I was suffering and it happened to me and I didn't have a choice, but really because I wanted something even more loving than the relationship I already had. And then there's other times when I'm in total panic, when I'm crying, when I feel depressed, when I feel so what's the English word, dependent on my boyfriend. See, that's the weird thing, I still call him my boyfriend. And that's partly because you just have to get used to new things, but also because he kind of feels like that too. It's like he's my ex and my boyfriend at the same time. It's really weird. And yeah, so that. And then I'm also in my launch right now. Tomorrow and the day after are my webinars for the new Inner Wisdom course I created. It's a sort of new webinar. I did one Inner Wisdom webinar half a year ago, and now it's kind of the same, but it's also really, really different. And I had 600 people sign up, which I'm not allowed to say anymore by my coach. I think it's low. I was disappointed because I had almost 600 people signed up last time too, but then my list wasn't even half as big as it is now. My list is currently a little under 7,000. So I thought I could do 1,000 webinar signups. And I really struggled with this. And I talked about it with my coach this morning, so right before I started recording this. And that's where all the stuff happens. So now it's I feel like I'm a bit on a crossroad. And there's a part of me that's saying you can decide which road you can go. It's all up to you. Life is your choice. It's the choices you make. It's what you choose to experience. And then there's a part of me that goes like, and no, definitely at least not what I am as an ego deciding. Come on, how many times did I try to decide something and I got completely something different? And isn't the universe just always giving me what I need? Apparently that's how I feel. Really a bit frustrated with this stupid universe that always knows best and that gives really annoying stuff to deal with. That's not what I dreamed of myself. So there's that part that feels like it doesn't really matter what I do. The universe will do the best thing anyway, and I can and it doesn't make sense when I say it out loud. Why would the universe be designed that way? Of course it matters what I do and what my input is. It's like a collaboration, right? But apparently she feels like it doesn't all matter. Universe is just going to give me whatever it chooses. It chose to give me 600 webinar people, and it will choose for me how many sales I'm going to make. Pretty weird. And then there's the other part, rational bossy loose, the hard-working hustle loose. She has some really amazing strengths. She really got me far. And she's also thinking, shut up with the whole spiritual meaning-giving stuff. I'm just a sucky entrepreneur because I didn't get to the sign-up rate that I should have. Yeah, there's a lot of shoots in her world. A lot of linear thinking, a lot of how the heck can it happen that my list is twice as big and my signups aren't? What happened? And she's trying to figure it out, and she wants to hear why, and she wants to ask Amy Porterfield why, and she wants to know it, and she has to. And I'm sort of, it can be in all of those different energies throughout the day. And who do I want to be? I want to be that vision that I have or that I receive when I think of super successful Luz, future Luz, who's like in that place where I want to be. And she keeps telling me that she just chooses to be successful. She knows that this launch will go well no matter what, because that's who she is. It's just being, and she knows that she only has to be, and from that being there will flow things to do, of course, but she just is the success, and then she acts out of that place. And I really want that, and I feel that it's really hard for me to reach that place, or at least I felt like that this morning. That it's just like, but I have all these fears, and I don't trust that if I'm just going to be successful, then that will happen. What if I try to be successful all this time and my numbers still suck? And I think I have to take that leap, take the risk, I think. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. The realization, or the guess, or I don't know how to call it. That I maybe just have to jump. Yes, take the leap and say, okay, I'm going to be spiritually all in. I started this launch by doing energy work. I imagined a shell. The shell is a symbol I use in my course as a way of be careful to not get stuck, because in Dutch when you say I get stuck, it is the same word as a beach. Oh, now I'm distracted because there's something on my head here that I can scratch off. Oh, I love doing this and being so aware of how weird my mind works. And I think we're all like that, but we just don't realize it. And now it's like super obvious, right? Or was it obvious all the time and I just didn't see it? I don't know. And I love that about this period of my breakup too, that I'm very self-aware in a good way. Not like self-conscious, but really self-aware. And I'm learning, not even learning, that's not learning, no. I am learning, but it has this energy of, oh, it's good because you're learning. No, it's good because I found myself, and I keep finding myself time and time again. And I keep losing myself too, definitely. That's the hard part. So, am I completely getting off topic? I completely lost all of my stories. I love it about the breakup part that I'm more self-aware, I'm more open, and that makes me more me, more fully me. And that's not a linear thing. That's going back and forth, and slowly it's like the spiraling up a mountain thing, you know. But before I got distracted by my beautiful red thingy. By the way, if you've been wondering too, I've been having this thing since a year now or something. It's like a wound, but it just sits there and doesn't heal. You can look back in my sharing videos. It appeared somewhere a year ago and it just hasn't gone. And it's like right now it's a bit subtle, I think, but in real life it's like, oh my god, I'm all the time having a wound on my face. It's really not so nice. And it makes me scared that the older I get, the more of these things I'll get. Like there's this thing now, I have something here which you also can't see. Like you can see something here, but that's not even it. It's somewhere here. It's like a scar from... How distracted and off topic did we get here? Oh, you know what? I'm so... I'm not doing the short sharing videos, need to keep it small thing. I'm just here, I want to expand, I want to find out my energy, I want to find the realizations I have to. This is just, sorry guys, this is just for me, I just need to take the space. And I hope that people will listen to it, because I genuinely think that it's really, really beneficial and really valuable to watch if you're on a similar journey as I am. But I can't try to create that by being shorter than I have to be. So speaking of the scar, and I just wanted to say it makes me a bit scared that the older I get, the more, how do you call it in English, misfigurements I'll get in my face and my body, and it will all get so much worse and worse. So besides that, now I really can't find back. Oh no, because I left, I spit a bit on my computer screen. Oh, do you ever have that happen to you when you're talking with someone and you just spit out something because you're having so much fun? I really hate it when it happens. I feel so embarrassed. But now that I'm here without all the judgments around it, I think it's pretty funny to do. You're just so cutely excited. It's so honest. And it's just like, okay, let's not hope it lands on someone. Oh my god. Oh, it feels so good to just finally say that out loud. I have a lot of shames that I shared with people, and I think this one never came up somehow. And it feels good to have it all in the open. Yes, that's why I love it so much, to be more open with myself. I thought I was open, and I think I was too, but oh, I'm in the next level now, and it's lovely and it's difficult. And I love how my numbers are getting more and more synchronicity-like. Like since I've been sharing this, I've looked at the clock twice, and the first time it was 11:11:22, and the next time it was 11:11:33. And I'm now at a point where I'm almost surprised if when I look at the time and it isn't a beautiful number like that. Yeah, like so, oh my god, now it's 1134. How can it ever be that time? Okay. But now I start to feel a little bit frustrated with myself too, because I really do want to get to some sort of point. Yes, so we were talking about being all in spiritually. I think I need to take the chance and the risk, and just risk being very much a fool for trying the spiritual way and then having a failed launch and then judging myself and all these things, then even that's, whoa, next layer of fear. There's also fear that I'll then lose my trust in the universe in general. I've had that happen one time before when I went all in and didn't work out. And gosh, my life was hard for a few months after that. I got into a sort of mild depression kind of thing. And it took a while to get back in a trusting place with the universe again. So, whoa, yes, I'm apparently scared of losing that, of going there again, to that black hole. And also, this is kind of the person who I am. When I know there's something risky, and I didn't really, like when I don't speak out my fears and the risk that I feel, I just keep stuck in this space of playing safe. But then when I articulate it and I realize it, and then there comes this part of me that gets like twinkly in her eyes, and she's like, oh my god, there's something to risk here. It's going to get exciting. I feel so weird. Yes, it's going to get exciting, and then I want to do it. And knowing that there's a lot to risk here, why am I not a gambler? When I hear myself talking like this, it's like, oh my god, I would totally make a good gambler. The more there is to risk, the more excited I feel, and the more like, okay, let's do it. Let's completely go for it. Because I think there's somewhere this thing of, well, when there's a lot to lose, there's probably a lot to win too. And I think I sort of know that I can win. I'm not sure if I'm going to win this specific time because I've lost before. But I think it's that part deep, deep down that knows that I'm here for a reason and that always knew that it would be alright with me. And it's that part that when I was totally not intuitive, or at least I thought I was, and I didn't so much believe in the spiritual world yet, I thought I have to just go to the Academy of Art because it feels right to me. And I trust that the money will follow if I just follow my heart. Even though everybody says it's a stupid career choice to go to the Academy of Art and I will never make money with doing arts. It's that part, that trust, that I don't even know why, but I know it will be right and I know I have to take this risk. But that's probably why I'm not a gambler. Because I only take the risk that I know I need to take. And I don't really know it, but I do know it. You know, it's this weird thing of it's there and it's not. And it's so subtle. And I want to say that because I don't want to give you that feeling that I know that this is going to be alright, because I also don't. It's just both. And there's something that's calling me when I think of going all in the spiritual way. So let's do that, because there's something I've been missing. And in my last sharing video, I talked about this realization of sacred marketing, the soulful marketing. And I thought in my next launch, I'm going to have to bring it into practice and find out what it really is, what it means on a practical level in the actions I take. And just this morning, I was actually thinking, I kind of just missed that. And maybe it's because I'm not so consumed by my launch, because I'm also going through the breakup stuff. Yeah, but maybe it is, I don't know what I... So let's share the whole story. There's a woman on the balcony on the house that's in front of me, and she started doing something on the balcony. So then my brain is like, movement. Oh, what did I want to talk about? And I'm not even sharing with you all the distractions that are going through my head, huh? It's really weird. It's not even everything, this. Oh, she's putting plants outside. Why doesn't she stop? Yes, close the door so I can continue focusing on myself, please. Okay, so that's instead of looking outside. And I can't look to the camera because it's just too boring, so I'm just going to be really really weird. I look at my own face while I'm recording because that keeps me distracted enough, but also focused enough. It only just looks weird on camera, right? When I'm not looking at you. So let's get to the point. My computer is already turning into sleep modus from it. 20 minutes. Okay, so this is going to be the longest sharing video ever, maybe. Yes, I need some silence. I just need to slow down a little bit with myself, even though it was funny going on the roller coaster. Yeah, so the soulful marketing, I think it's time to give it my all. I still don't know what it means. And I hate that. I want action steps. Please give me practical action steps. Of course, I have the things that my coach gave me to work with, but I have to find my own ways too. I feel like I kind of lost it. I'm too much in my headspace now. That's what I am. I notice it. My head feels... This is what I mean. It's that lovely self-awareness. I just know better what's going on with me. And I know like, oh, that's why I wanted to silence. I've been talking. Sometimes the talking and the writing can help. And sometimes like, you know, or maybe it's better if I do it like, oh my god, what am I doing here? But this is really the feeling I have with it. But I don't know the word for it. Like, I only know the Dutch word. It like flips, you know, it flips. Then it's better, it's going better, it's helping, and then it doesn't work anymore. That's where I feel now. I'm too much in the headspace. So what can I do? I feel like I now have to make a decision. I can either turn this off. Would there be a pause knop? Knop is Dutch. A pause button. I can't find anyone. I can either keep this running and go to my body and let you be in a whole experience that is like super boring to watch probably. Or I can pause, connect to meditate a little, and then either come back or write it in my journal. And I don't know. Oh my god, I found a perfect solution. I'm just going to let it run, and if it gets really too bad to publish, I just cut it off here. Love that, I think. Okay, so let's be with me, right? Okay, this is what I do when I notice I'm in headspace. Apparently, by the way, this is not something I usually do before you get the wrong impression. Sometimes I go walking, sometimes I go cuddling, sometimes I don't know. And right now I feel like I just want to breathe a little. Oh, I've also developed this new thing during my breakup period. It's 3 breaths for myself, I call it. No, I think I call it 3 breaths with myself, actually. And it's every time when I'm somewhere and I notice, oh, I'm disconnected from myself, especially when I'm talking with my ex-boyfriend again. I just go tuned out, I let the world be what it is, and I take 3 breaths. I usually don't even announce it to him. We've gotten like really unpolite with each other, and it's so wonderful because it's so much more true to ourselves. So when it doesn't feel good, I sometimes don't even say, oh, I don't want to talk with you anymore. I just walk out of the room. Or when I'm annoyed by his smelly breath, I just say it, and it feels really mean. Really mean, but I felt that I needed to somehow, because I need to come more into this place where I'm constantly expressing myself without censoring. Yes. So let's do 3 breaths. And every time then, when he disturbs or anything disturbs me, I have to start over again. So I take, it's just really what I called it. It's just 3 breaths. In which I'm tuned out from the world and fully focused on myself. So let's do it. Yes, that was lovely. So let's go a bit back to how I'm feeling again. When I was this is also the thing. I'm very aware of. Oh, this is by the way not all the time at all. I'm also super not aware, and I lose myself and stuff. But when I'm connected, I'm so aware that when I was asked the question by myself or by anyone else, how do you feel right now? Or how do you feel? I would not then tune in and see how I feel. I would talk about how I felt maybe a few seconds ago or a few minutes or even around the whole day in general. And I didn't decide that I wanted to be different with that, but ever since we broke up, I noticed when my boyfriend asks, I'm just going to keep on calling him my ex and my boyfriend and change those things, whatever it feels like. When he asks, totally lost the sentence again, oh my god. When he asked me, how are you feeling now? How are you doing? I just started doing this thing that I stop, I look and I give this really elaborate explanation of what's going on inside me right now. And it's not always what we're looking for. I wish there were like two separate ways of asking someone how he or she is doing. Just either the how is your life in general, how are you in general, and the what's going on for you at this moment. Share me your honest feelings right now. And we just, with both, we can ask like, how do you do? It's really unclear. So I noticed I was going back, I wanted to talk about, I noticed during the breaths for myself, I noticed a feeling of lightness. But actually that was not there anymore when I wanted to go back again. So that's... I do feel calm. I do feel like there's a lot of space that just opened up. And no, I don't feel frustrated or hurried or anything, but there is some sort of on the mind level, there is this idea of, this is apparently not working because I was recording the video to get insights and I've gotten this first initial thing of let's go all in with the spiritual, but I don't know what to do next. What is going in? What does it mean for me to go all in spiritually? And here comes the scary answer. It means that I choose that this launch is going to be a success. That I choose that this launch is successful. And that I choose that it brings me what I... Let's rephrase it. I choose that it brings me what I choose it brings me. Do you get it? And there's something that's been coming up during the conversation with my coach as well. She's called Joanna Hannon, by the way. If you ever want to look her up, I so much recommend her, if she's the right fit for you, of course. But whoa, I've had an amazing time working with her. But lost again. And we're already at half an hour. So so the thing that has been coming up for me, but I can't fully grasp it yet. There's some kind of idea or fear that I am not allowed to choose what success means to me. I feel like I'm sort of allowed to say I want this to be successful, but then I have the universe decide what that means. And this is something I think I have to bring up in the mastermind group. This weird thing of... Because I've somehow, during the spiritual journey, felt being wrong that I wanted things, because it's an ego thing. And I really am of the camp of embracing the ego and loving the hell out of it. Not trying to like put it away or say it's bad, but it does feel like, because the wanting comes from the ego, that there's something off about it, that I'm not allowed to just create that reality. Because what if the universe knows that something else is better for me? What if my soul knows what's best for me? This thing. But yeah, what if it doesn't? What if it's exactly the right thing for me right now to say, I want this specific launch success, and then go get it? What if that's what I need to learn, that I have to do that the spiritual way? I don't know. I feel like it's not something I can figure out right now. I'm just going to create a poster around that. Maybe report back here with you if I think about it. My sharing videos might give you a lot of questions, so feel free to ever ask them, because I can't really see where the gaps are, you know, where I thought I was going to share stuff and then I didn't. These kind of things. So being distracted by my hair. Choosing for it, yes, means choosing for it. And I feel tired. I feel like I need a break. Maybe I should just I'm going to record a new video, whatever, why not? Why am I not allowed to record 2 videos on the same day, in case I feel like I need to come back here? Because it worked a little bit, but I feel that my head is getting cloudy again pretty fast. And that I just, this a bit the urge of needing a break. And this is so hard for me. That's also something I'm recently struggling with a lot, that I've really opened up intuitively more than I was before in the past few weeks or months. And now sometimes I'm having this thing after thing after thing of insights or ideas, or just, you know, things from up there and or in there. It's just how I like to view it, as my soul is the most inward thing of me. It's actually really close inside. It's not somewhere out there. It's here. I think it's both. It's both. It's kind of, and that makes sense in a way, because there's these pictures of like this middle point and then those circles around it, and it's a very specific shape. Maybe it has something to do with like sacred G. I can't speak English. Can't speak English. A sacred geometry. You know what I mean? Or the shape that a star has when it implodes or something. I don't know, there's something with that shape. It's and it's also a bit how we can be, right? With our auras. Or it's not an aura, but that's one specific thing that's in your aura or in your energy field. That's also that shape. And that's kind of what it is. Like, it's inside and it's all around you. And above is what's around us, right? So, so these random things, and they keep coming up, and then I also noticed that after a while, that's apparently how it is. Is this because I'm talking English, or because I'm just being more of myself and translating honestly what's going on without trying to put words and labels onto it? I don't know. Definitely the labeling part is even more difficult in English than it is in Dutch for me. So I notice, and you notice now, I keep continuing, even though I was like, I need a break, but it feels so good because I'm getting new insights and there's things happening, and I don't really know yet how to be with that. And I'm feeling a lot of gratitude that I'm more aware of myself. Are you already getting nuts of how many times I've used that word? Like, I'm really getting annoyed right now if me or my how do you say it? Text brackets? No, brackets is this, right? You know those things. These things. Here, this is where we put the ex-boyfriend. If I'm talking with my ex-boyfriend. Oh my god. Um, um, why do I keep getting stuck on the details that do not matter? So when I'm talking with my boyfriend, if either one of us is saying, oh my god, I'm having the 1155 now. This is so cool. If either one of us is saying, I'm not connected to myself, like this, connected to myself. I have to connect to myself. I'm not connected. I get frustrated because it seems like all we're talking about recently, and it's good, and I know it needs to happen, but it's like really starting to get like, oh my god, again. Oh, please give it a break. And I feel kind of like that with the self-awareness in the sharing video, but at the same time I'm so fucking fond of it. I notice it now because this is like the really best place, because I'm talking with, I'm not in my head and with myself, but I'm talking to something outside, and that outside thing is not disturbing me all the time. Thank you so much, it's so polite of you to not be disrupting me. But you know, when I talk with friends or my coach, it's I lose the self-awareness. And here I notice, and I can articulate it, so there's the space for me to notice, and there's the space for me to then notice the noticing, if you get what I mean. It's really weird how many layers there is in every fucking thing there is. In healing, in my personality, my energies, in the spiritual realms, in whatever, it's everywhere. Layers, layers, layers. Totally sidetracked by the layer thing again. I just feel so fond of noticing. Oh yeah, so that was where I was. The gratitude that I'm at least noticing that I need a break. I'm noticing more of my needs, and I think this is a bit of the key to becoming my super successful version, because what I notice about her, and this is something I'm also struggling with, when I tune into her, she's telling me like, oh, she just chooses it to be successful, and she then is with that, and she is with all the things that happen with the breakup. I said, oh, my life is such a mess because of the breakup, and I felt that she wouldn't call it a mess. She would just see it as like a sort of a pit, you know, a pit in the ground where there's construction work, and it's like open and a bit rough and everything, but it's also a place to build something new that's more beautiful than there was before. That's how she views it, and I just see mess. But she can just be with that. She can be with the sort of the messy part of having a construction place, you know, the unfinished thing about it. She just is with that, and she can carry it, and and I think it's partly because she's so exceptionally aware of herself and what's going on and what she needs, and there's this two parts to what you need, you know. There's this one part of noticing the need, noticing, for instance, I need relaxation, and then there's noticing what you need to fulfill that need. Yeah, because, for instance, you could watch television to find relaxation, or you could take a nice bath, or you could do a meditation. And I feel like I, as my current self, am not able to distinguish between those things. I can't know if watching television will make me feel relaxed or if it will make me feel lazy and not so good, and I actually really need a meditation. And I also don't want to not allow myself to do those like lower things, like watching television versus meditating. Television. A bit like that, you know? And without the judgment or something, but it's just different energies. Different energies. That's just different. It's just different. And I can't really notice which one I need, or whether both are fine or I need the other or the... and she does. So she doesn't go like, oh, I feel this need for relaxation. I go watch television and I end up in not so good of a place because I feel lazy or crappy or, I don't know, not inspired. She just all the time follows these nudges. And she just, everything that leads her up to the highest vibration again, and she knows what she needs to get there. And when she's sort of going, she's you know, and then she can sort of, oh, that's what it is. It is like you go. So say you're on the high vibration when you now it's like I'm usually more low. I want to say lowly, but that's not really a thing, right? I try to go up. That sometimes works. Sometimes I get halfway. Sometimes I get here. Sometimes I go whoop. Oh my god! All the sounds that come out of my mouth. So I'm trying to go up. If it succeeds, then it's just nice. And at a certain point, I, for instance, get tired or something bad happens, and I go whoop. And what happens is that after a while, you learn how to better go back up again. So first, you have this thing of, let's zoom out. It goes like, woo. You know, it's kind of intense. It's really an up and down, and trying to reconnect back to that higher vibration every time. And then at a certain point, you kind of, wait, this is difficult in you kind of go like this, a bit more, you know, you're already starting to stay higher. And sometimes you may go this, but then you stay high and you get higher. And she is like this, she's here, and then she can notice it like, oh, it's slipping, and she immediately, so it's so little waves that it's almost like a straight line of being in a high vibration. And I think that's why she always feels so damn good. Like all the time when I tune into it, it's like, that's not what I've done before, but you can sort of feel like, how the fuck do you feel good about every fucking thing all the time? And I think this is why she notices what's going on, and she knows what to do. She feels, she's so aligned, so tuned in that she can feel what's going to bring her back up, what's best going to do that job for her, and she chooses it. And she can choose it because she knows so certainly that it's going to do the best. And if I can choose between eating sugar versus preparing a healthy meal for me, and I really 100% feel how the healthy meal will keep me here or bring me back here, and the sugar will do whoop. Oh no, I splashed the screen again. Oh my god. Sugar will just do this temporarily whoop and then go back. When you're so aware, I feel like awareness is really like the solution or the antidote or something to addiction, because if you're super aware, and you know what the thing is, we're not, and we think we are, we assume that we are, we expect ourselves to be aware, but we're just not. There's so many levels to being aware. Levels again, I can't believe how many times I have this thing, that same word keeps coming up again, and it's like, no, not again, but it is. And it kind of feels also a bit like this magic of when I used to do a lot of drugs and connect to the universe all the time, and then we would also have these things and we would just make fun of them. So actually it's kind of sweet. I just have to not be annoyed by it, but say like, oh, this is the universe magic, it's layers again. That's what ecstasy dudes would say, like, oh my god, layers again, this is so cool. Yes, so that's the thing, the awareness, because you can sort of know something, and it's not the same as being aware on all the levels. You know, you're just aware on the rational level, and I don't really know if this is the same thing with other like emotional, energetic levels, or is it a different kind of levels? It could be a different kind of levels, I think. But when your whole being is aware, then you probably won't do it. If you're aware of all the sabotages in yourself, if you're aware of all the lack of self-love that you're acting out of, if you're aware of all the consequences it will have for you, if you're aware of what else you could do that would make you feel better, you know, there's so much awareness that comes to this. And that's why we're all going back to the addictions again and again. That's and it's and Jan Geurt says it's awareness. He hasn't been talking about those different levels. I think that's something that could be added to that. But it is awareness of the behavior and how it doesn't help you, and it's love. It has to be like a loving awareness, and I think I sort of include that in right now, but it's maybe important to mention that because if we're aware and we reject it, it gets out of our awareness again. Maybe that's just the thing. It's just awareness, but only if you do that loving, it can stay in the awareness. Otherwise, it will be like you can sort of rationally still be aware, but you won't be with all your being aware of it. You sort of, every rejection is pushing it out of your awareness in a way, on a level, on a certain place. I don't know exactly where. I'm getting really annoyed in my nose. I'm just going to do this. Because why not? We've had about pretty much every awkward thing I can do during a sharing video now, right? And I notice I just want to do this because it's a little bit moister still, and it feels like, oh, I can't do that on television. That's like putting the stuff from your nose, I don't even know what's called in English, on your hand, right? It's filthy, but come on, I do that a lot of times if it's not like a lot. Doesn't anybody really do that? I don't know. This is getting so awkward. Oh, and it's so freeing too. Like, oh, it's so much better if everybody who thinks it's absolutely disgusting that I spit and that I have stuff in my nose just leaves me, because I'm not going to be able to change that, because it's how my body works. It's a healthy body. Hooray. So that's, yeah. I completely lost everything again, but I need to break. And it's hard for me because it's so nice to keep having the insights and everything, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, should I really take a break? I'm scared that I lose it again. And I don't feel confident and grounded in this new way of being and my stronger intuition yet now it's just itchy. Do you also hate it when it's itching in your nose and it's just itching? You're not polking your nose? Polking, that was just an English version of pulken in Dutch. You're picking it is, right? You're not picking your nose, but it's just itching inside your nose or on your nose. And then I want to itch it, scratch it, but I'm in public and I'm scared that people will think I'm picking my nose. It's so annoying. Yes, I'm not grounded enough to trust that I can come back easily. And that's the thing, I need that trust, I think, because I clearly should take breaks when I feel like taking a break, right? And eventually it would work that way, that when I take a break, I'm even better to be open for more, right? That sounds like the reason to take a break, or how breaks should work. So, oh yeah, let's go back to my plan. And then we did reach the goal of longest sharing video ever, so bam, credits to you, Luz, for doing that. I don't really get myself either. If you've been watching this far, I find that really nice, and I loved having your company here and feeling your energy, which I still don't know if I just make it up or if it's really there, but if it is, well then thank you. It was wonderful talking to you, and I know that you're just listening if you're still here, because it's nurturing for you too. I mean, otherwise you would just have opted out. But even so, I still want to say thank you, because it brings me so much to be able to do this. And it's just different from when I would record a video and wasn't in this idea that someone would see it, you know? So thank you for that. And I hope you have a great time continuing to follow me on my journey, because I would really love it if you stick around. I just love that idea. But only if it's nurturing for you. So I wish you all the best, and maybe see you later today.